Hello, this is Cat Scout meow, ow, meow, Troop 1 Bears Patrol, and today's training is on signals. Hey, guess what? I just sent you a signal. My name is really Skeezix, but I transmitted it to you in Morse code. But since it was probably just gibberish to you for now, we'll get into that later. Besides talking, what other ways do cats communicate? Body language, of course, and writing or typing, like for school or social networking. But if you think about it, there are many other forms of communication that are used in everyday life, and they don't involve talking, writing, or typing. Can you think of what they are? I'm talking about signals. Here are a few examples of nonverbal signals used in everyday life. First, we're all familiar with how our tails signal what we're feeling or thinking without saying a word. Then there are signals that have been developed for work and play. Your dad will know all of these. Signals also come in handy in emergency situations, especially when the power is out, your batteries are drained, you're nowhere near an electrical outlet or cell phone tower, and a solar storm has knocked out all the GPS satellites. That's why Cat Scouts, being prepared and all, have developed various signaling systems that we use just in case. These systems allow you to communicate non-verbally over long distances and were created in the early days before all the techno-gadgetry we have today was even invented. But they remain valuable even now because, like I said, you never know when your high-tech communications are going to go out of service, or maybe even be jammed by some hooligans up to no good. Plus, signaling the low-tech way can be fun, and non-Cat Scouts will have no idea what you're saying, so these can prove useful in conducting covert operations. Many years ago, the great Cat Scout Morris the cat worked out a way for scouts to send messages using an ingenious system that breaks down the familiar meow into me's and ows, then combines them in various ways to represent letters, numbers, and symbols. A me is represented by a short pulse of sound or light, while an ow is represented by a longer pulse. These me's and ows can be formed into alphanumeric messages. Here's what I mean. This chart shows the various combinations of me's and ows associated with each letter of the alphabet, also the numbers 0 to 9 and useful symbols. The letter A is represented by the classic meow, and B is represented by me and 4 ows, or me ow, 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 and so on. The original means of sending messages with Morse code was by way of signaling with a device attached to telegraph lines. Don't remember them? Ask your dad, he probably will. Anyway, the sender of a message would tap their message with their paw, with short taps for me's and taps with pauses after them for ows. These me's and ows were received at the other end of the telegraph line, and when this was first done, telegraph stocks jumped big time. After that, Morris showed how any cat could use Morse code using any sound maker, such as blowing a whistle or even tapping on a wall separating prisoners of war. You can even send messages in Morse code using flashes of light from a flashlight. One nice thing about the flashlight technique is you can usually tell if your message is being received. If you're really good at Morse code, you can take it pretty far. Once, Tabby Fuzzarelli in Troop 6 sent instructions on how to set a broken leg to his patrol mates who were camped across a big river when the bridge washed out. Unfortunately, it turned out there was no broken leg like he thought. It was a broken egg. Tabby was better at sending than receiving. Now let's turn our attention to another signaling system. This one is purely visual. It's called semaphore, and it uses the position of flags held by a signaler to convey letters and numbers. Whoever is signaling holds 2 flags and holds them up, down, left, right, or at 45-degree angles on either side. The combination of those positions determines the letter or the number being signaled. Here, let me show you. The letter A is represented by the signaler's left flag down and right flag down 45 degrees. The letter B is left flag down, right flag up. There are even flag positions for the @ sign and the pound sign if you need to relay an email or tweet or something like that. It's good to have a couple of buddies to help. One yells out letters as they come from the other semaphore party, and the other writes them down to transcribe the message. Once you get the hang of it, signaling by semaphore is easy and fun. There's nothing like climbing to the top of a hill visible to your patrol mates below, so you can spend the afternoon practicing this skill. A special class of signaling is that of rescue or distress signals. These are used when a serious situation arises that puts a Cat Scout in danger. Examples would be lost in the woods, washed up on a deserted island, survived a plane crash, stuck in a tree without rappelling equipment. When faced with one of these predicaments, you'll have to hope that someone notices that you are missing, and you will need to do something to attract the attention of searchers, whether they are looking for you by land or possibly by aircraft. A first consideration that enters the mind of the typical Cat Scout when faced with this reality is that they're going to get in trouble, so they avoid attracting attention to themselves. And very possibly they're right. They may be in big trouble. But it's better to lose your internet privileges once you've been rescued than to not be rescued and left to starve or be eaten by wild beasts. So you're going to have to get over your reluctance to assist your rescuers. You'll need to employ some sort of rescue signals. Here are some you may use, depending upon what you have on hand. An orange vest. Did you think to put one on before setting out? If so, it may help you be seen, at least until dark. Then only predators with excellent night vision are likely to notice, so take it off after sunset. If you're carrying a whistle, blow 3 short blasts regularly. That's a universally understood signal for irresponsible Cat Scout over here. Keep blowing until your lungs hurt. Do you have a signal mirror in your pocket or knapsack? Never thought you'd use it, so you hung it up in your tent so you could see yourself brushing your fur? Never mind. But wait, how about that piece of aluminum foil that your mouse jerky came in? That's reflective. If you hear a helicopter flying overhead, flatten it out, punch a little viewing hole in it, and hold it at an angle to the sun so that it will shine into the pilot's eyes. The pilot may become temporarily blinded and briefly lose control of the aircraft. If you see the helicopter tipping dangerously, then you know your message was seen, which means help may soon be on the way. If there's a wide open area where you can spell out a large ground-to-air message like help or SOS, then do it. Make your message big and make sure it will stand out. You can use whatever available materials you have. Make letters that will contrast with the background so your message will be more visible from the air. Use blankets, tarps, rocks, foliage from trees, or whatever you have to create your message. Or write in the sand if on a beach. What should your message say? Help or SOS are usually good choices. Please don't tell my parents not only signals your presence, but may limit the overall damage done by your escapade. Remember that rescue missions are expensive, so keep your message short and to the point to avoid excessive message fees when your parents inevitably end up with the bill. Finally, we'll turn our attention to silent Cat Scout signals. These are pause signals you can use to herd cats during meetings, while camping, or when out on a hike. Sounds impossible, I know, but the discipline instilled by Cat Scouts will surprise you. If your troop and patrol leaders have done their jobs, your fellow Cat Scouts will be attuned to these time-honored signals and will obey them at once whenever they are given. Make a circle with your paw over your shoulder to get the gang to assemble or return. Hold arms straight out to get the patrol lined up. Swing your arms up and down from hips to the 8 o'clock position to order a half-circle formation, or swing arms partway up and circling to get everyone in a full circle around you. One arm raised up and moving forward and down tells the patrol, move forward. And holding your arm partway up and circling is the equivalent of yelling, run for your lives! That's it for signals training. This is Cat Scout Meow, 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 ow, meow, meow. Troop 1, Bears Patrol, signing off. You know that was Morse code for skeezers, right? Hey, Cat Scouts, Skeezix here. I hope you liked that training. Now it's time to log into your account at catscouts.com to review and perform any remaining tasks you need to do to earn this merit badge, including passing the exam. Or did you just watch this video for fun or something? Maybe you're not even a member. Then you might want to go over to catscouts.com and join, because it's really fun and you can make friends and go camping and tie knots and stuff. See you over there.